Well, what's our
The
third
last
case?
case that I had before we go, and
Yeah.
I wish we weren't having such audio issues, but I look forward to you editing it on the
Let's
back
see.
end, is the
Hopefully,
Adjei v. Mayorkas case out of the fourth, which is just
Mhm.
so cool. And, without getting, it's about Ghanaian marriage. And essentially, you know, the individual was getting his green card through his wife, but his wife had been married to a Ghanaian individual previously. They're all from Ghana.
Yeah.
And the allegation was that they didn't divorce properly the first time, hence the second marriage is not legitimate. And the second marriage violated Virginia law. Like Virginia
Mhm.
law essentially requires that two divorced couples be that at least one of them be in the jurisdiction of divorce, apparently.
Yeah.
And neither of the divorcees were in Ghana at the time. But the Fourth Circuit said no, the bigger law in Virginia is to recognize valid marriages and to give comity to foreign nations and to states, and that marriage is cherished and to defer to it at any time. So it's an interesting case. It's a great win for
Yeah.
um for the petitioner, for the I guess yeah, for the petitioner in that case. But it's an interesting case to show that foreign law can trump USCIS and state law even, and never give up, because this seems like quite the fight before USCIS and then on appeal and then in district court, and then lo and behold the Fourth Circuit says no, you got to listen. If it's legit in Ghana, it's fine for Virginia.
You
So
know, this case is close to home because we had the same fact pattern in December come to our office, and I said in California they've said this is going to be an issue and they won't accept it. If you have like a previous marriage, you got divorced outside and you're not subject to jurisdiction of California, blah blah blah, because they want to do it. So we told the client, hey, we get a marriage attorney to sign off on this, and they couldn't get a marriage attorney that was. They'll email us. We had a marriage attorney call us and say, "Yeah, it's okay." I'm like, "Okay, put that in writing." So, because I'm a California lawyer, I can't talk about Virginia law, about state law when it comes to marriage. And they were unwilling, like they're all unwilling to put it in writing. I'm like, "What kind of nonsense is this?" They call me, tell me what to put in writing. So I said, "I can't handle your case. We submit this to be a problem." 2 months later, the decision comes, which actually goes. I did the right way, because if it came all the way to go on appeal, that means it was a serious issue in Virginia. We're going to deny it. They would have based it like how they're doing it, but this was a really big helpful for that client. Now they are rest assured their case is going to be approved, at least on this aspect of it.
yeah, I'll say this though from the story. Like anytime any attorney isn't willing to put it in writing, that the red flags start going off, right?
Yeah.
It's like why don't you want to put it in writing? Like I need it. If it's not in writing, it doesn't mean anything. But
The client would get frustrated. Like, did you talk to the lawyer? I'm like, yeah. Why would they just call me? Just put an email. Plus, like, they would just call me randomly, and I was like, I can't discuss that. I have a client. I can't confirm or deny that this guy's my client or a consultant. I'm not allowed to. It was so unprofessional, and like I was like, what's going on with these? It's probably getting like these cheap family lawyers or something like that. But it was like kind of just a weird scenario. But I had to turn the case down. But this case really solves the issue that we had.
yeah.
Well, good stuff, man. We have a couple minutes before we leave. What's the plan? I mean, it's March right now, whatever February case is. How much traveling do you got this month?
Well, I just got back from Miami, and it's looking like I'm going to be in Miami at the end of the month as well. They graciously invited me to speak at the FBA conference in DC in May, so it looks like I'll be heading out to DC, and I don't know. I like it. I like to travel. Don't have kids yet. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, when the kids come, it's harder. But like the FBA,
Much
that's the
harder.
Federal
Do it
Bar,
now.
yeah, Federal Bar Association. You went there last year too, right?
I did. Yeah. No, it's a cool conference, and I'm excited that it's going to be in DC as well, because then there'll definitely be a lot of uh, federal government employees, because we're in their backyard, and it's like the only conference a lot of federal government employees are allowed to go to, so they go to
Yeah.
it.
I think ALA is having some sort of conference too, because I was looking at it, and they're having like it's like a lot of government kind of stuff going on. DC chapter is doing it there. But it's interesting because it seems like the FBA is like immigration is taking over, because that's like the hottest growing. Because it's FBA is for all sorts of different federal litigation, but it seems like immigration bar the last 5 years has really taken over because of how much need we have for it.